Hi friends, this is your Chakraborthy and you guys are watching Hathway BTV क्योंकि ज़माना वही थी youngsters का. See, I have read many of the trilogies and कई बार हम लोग देखते हैं कि कुछ books जब पहला part आता है उसके बाद से they create the hype and they create the kind of suspense for us. Then we got to read second one also. और फिर जब third one आती है तब the suspense is cleared out and that's what happens in Novoneel Chakraborthy's novels, and I think he's with me and I'm enjoying the time because I have read the Strangers trilogy and it's been pleasure to be the part of such kind of books because बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब आप पढ़ते हो और कुछ सस्पेंस आप क्रिएट जब होता है और आपकी इच्छा होती है कि आगे क्या होगा आगे क्या होगा आगे क्या होगा. यही एक डेरिवेशन था जिसके कारण नॉवेल ने स्टार्ट किया लिखना कि यार मुझे कुछ ऐसा लिखना है जिसके लिए लोगों को अर्ज हो कि यार ये तो मुझे देखना है, ये तो मुझे पढ़ना है, ये तो आगे क्या होगा. They are in suspense.
Right. Actually, the thing is कि मैं खुद एक बहुत ही रेस्टलेस बंदा हूँ, तो मैं कभी मैं खुद के राइटिंग से ही बोर हो जाता हूँ. So I make sure कि at the end of it I go through it again and again and again till I am surprised and I'm okay. नहीं ये क्योंकि थ्रिलर लिखने का सबसे बड़ा जो ड्रॉबैक तो नहीं कहूँगा, एक पॉइंट है ये कि if you want to surprise the readers, you have to be 2 steps ahead of them. You cannot be at par with them. So to go 2 steps ahead of them, which means that you have to get into the plot and you have to be really smart. You cannot just, and thriller is one genre where if the reader feels that, oh, I've cracked the story, then they will not read further.
This is something which I feel is थोड़ा सा tough भी ज़्यादा है और and it is not cup of anybody's like so it is. जब आप किसी जॉनर को चूज़ करते हैं कि आप इस जॉनर को लिखेंगे, फॉर मी रोमांस इज़ वेरी ईजी. इवन वी फील इट, वी आर गोइंग थ्रू इट, इट इज़ इन आर नॉर्मल लाइफ. एज यू से लव इज़ देयर व्हाट यू आर सीइंग राइट नाउ. बट व्हेन यू चूज़ समथिंग दैट इज़ नॉट actually happening and this is something different, तो फिर कितना आपको मेहनत लगता है उसमें. एंड आई थिंक आपने बहुत डिफरेंट जॉनर चूज़ किया है एंड इनफैक्ट उसमें ट्रायलॉजी लेके आए आप, नॉट इवन अ सिंगल बुक. सो व्हाट वाज द एक्सपीरियंस? इट वाज अ हार्ड work. How much hard work it was?
See, in fact, I believe that when an author starts writing, he or she does not choose a genre, the genre chooses him. Because what happens is that when I sat down to write, I never told myself I'll write thrillers. I had a story in mind. This is, I'm talking about my first book, A Thing Beyond Forever. I had a story in mind which I wanted to tell. I wanted to share with the public. Once I started writing it, the way it played out was a thriller. So from there, I understood, okay, maybe this is what I'm natural at. Good or bad is obviously subjective, but maybe this is something which comes naturally to me. So as I went on, wrote 7 more books, I realized that maybe there is another writer in me who wants to write matured romances, evolved romances, not the college romances. But there is a very strong writer in me who has a natural inclination towards what next. So every chapter almost automatically used to end up with a minor twist, even though I had not planned it. This was my first and second book. And then when I analyzed it, I realized, okay, I think this is my genre. It was not a fluke that I just wrote 2 romantic thrillers to start with. Then I thought, okay, if this is what that comes out naturally to me, then I should respect it, not fight it. So when I started respecting it, every other book started becoming a thriller. So that's how the genre actually chose me. And I'm glad it chose me because romantic thriller writers in India, you can just count on your fingers. There are very few, especially in the English context, there are very few writers. You have romantic writers, you have thriller writers also. But that romantic thriller zone, the genre that Sidney Sheldon, made famous in the world, which had an amalgamation of relationship, love, thrill, great female characters and everything. So I kind of genre hop and because somewhere I feel when you read a book, it's more about you are trying to understand and know more about a पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर. एंड जैसे हमारे लाइफ में भी इतना कुछ होता है जो मेरे लाइफ में मेरी माँ के साथ मेरा एक रिलेशनशिप है, मेरे गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ एक रिलेशनशिप होगा, दूसरे लड़के के साथ मेरे, तो ये पूरी चीज़ मैं एक जॉनर में के ढांचे में डाल के नहीं कर सकता. उसके लिए मुझे जॉनर हॉप करना पड़ता है. So maybe the relationship which I am having with my mother is pure love, that mother-son love. And then suddenly when I go to my friend, there's something thrilling happening. So it gives that, it just allows you to explore a character into 360 degrees. So that excites me a lot. Just compared to just follow a character unidimensionally. Like if I'm writing a romance story, अच्छा सिर्फ प्यारी प्यारी प्यार और कुछ नहीं होगा इसमें. That kind of as an author doesn't excite me that much.
Great. So talking about this trilogy, आपने स्टार्ट किया था एंड स्ट्रेंजर इज़ अ वर्ड जो हम लोग बचपन से जब सुनते हैं ना तो स्ट्रेंजर उससे बहुत सारे इमोशंस जुड़ते हैं. स्ट्रेंजर इज़ समथिंग जो बचपन में कहते थे स्ट्रेंजर से दूर रहना, बात नहीं करना. स्ट्रेंजर इज़ यू ऑलवेज वांटेड टू एक्सप्लोर ऑल्सो बिकॉज इट इज़ अननोन, इट इज़ मिस्टीरियस. आपको जाना भी है, नहीं भी जाना, आपको एक्सप्लोर भी करना है. स्ट्रेंजर समथिंग वर्ड ही इतना अपने आप में बहुत डिफरेंट है तो टेम्पटिंग है. सो हाउ डज इट केम अप इन टू योर माइंड कि you have to give this trilogy the name connected to stranger and this is about a stranger?
See, there are two parallel stories to it. One was I had this title, only the title, nothing else, called Marry Me Stranger, which I thought was very weird and very interesting also. Who would want to marry a stranger? Though in India arranged marriage means you have to marry a stranger only, but I thought it's an interesting title. I might use it for a book. Then I forgot about everything else. The title was with me. Then suddenly there was this phone friend of mine. She lives in Gurgaon and she often calls me to get life lessons, or she thinks that I have a lot of insight on life and love and relationship and everything. So she used to call me every time she had some emotional crisis, and रात को 12 बजे 2 बजे she used to call me and रोती रहती थी फ़ोन पे कि ये हो गया वो हो गया. So I used to give her suggestions कि अच्छा चलो ये वो है. So one fine night when she called me up and she was really howling on the phone and I asked her what happened. तो वो बोल रही थी जो भी उसके साथ हुआ, and suddenly I was just lost and I was thinking, why is this girl telling me all the private details of our relationship when I'm just a stranger to her? I have not met her. And that stranger would click. And that title came back to me. And I just told her, can you give me 2 minutes? So she thought this is something important, which was, so I just cut the phone line and went to my computer. I just wrote down, marry me stranger, what if a girl has a stranger in her life? That was the one line that came to me. Then I went back, talked to her, came back, and I realized a little bit of research here and there that somewhere every girl, especially a girl, not a guy, wants a stranger. Why a girl? Because somewhere the society design is such जहाँ पर लड़कियाँ खोलकर बहुत कुछ नहीं बोल सकती है. They need a person to convey those thoughts to who will not judge her. Because हमारी सोसाइटी बहुत जजमेंटल है. So because of that, then I thought कि, and whenever I asked around कुछ भी करके, would you mind a stranger who will not judge her? And he was like, oh, I would love to have a person like that, even though they were committed and everything. But the fact that they wanted to come out clean in front of someone they didn't know and who never had a direct effect in their life. So that interested me, excited me, and eventually I cracked a plot out of it with time.
मतलब even the word the title was so tempting for me as well because हम लोगों ने बात भी की थी we friends have talked नहीं यार what if stranger मतलब कौन सी ऐसी बातें जो आप एक stranger से share करोगे या फिर कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ें in which you will allow strangers to come in the space you will allow stranger. So I think you have jot down that, you have figured out that and you have made a trilogy and last जो इसका है Forget Me Not Stranger, इसमें क्या हम लास्ट में the climax, the ultimate climax we were urging for 2 books, so क्या वो हमें लास्ट में would be revealed?
या मतलब इसमें भी नहीं होगा तो रीडर्स में मार डालेंगे बिकॉज फर्स्ट 2 बुक्स के बाद ऑलमोस्ट आधा मार चुके थे मुझे फेसबुक पे थ्रेटनिंग मैसेज डाल के. बट दिस इज़ वेयर द एंटायर सीरीज लीड्स टू अ क्लाइमैक्स. सो द आइडेंटिटी ऑफ द स्ट्रेंजर कम्स आउट, why he is doing what he is doing and how Rivana is associated with it, and all those things lead out to a big climax.
Well, I ask this question to all the people who write. See, writing is not a big deal. I can also write. Anybody in this whole world can write because हर इंसान के पास शब्द तो है और experience तो कूट के भरा हुआ है. So writing is not a difficult thing, but writing, qualitative writing and making people connected to that writing is more important. See, so आज this I'm asking you this because any which ways any Tom and Dick and Harry can become the writer nowadays, and they do and this is like a kind of like yo-yo swag wala thing ki I'm a writer, I'm an author. So what actually things you see in a writer and you think that should be there and essentials of a good writer, until and unless you don't have that, don't try for that.
See, what I believe in, see, a lot of people, maybe worldwide or especially in India, they think writing in itself is an activity. But for me, writing is an expression. The activity is thinking. You will identify writers from their thoughts. जब मैं अगर, it's what poetry is. Why do we like poetry? Because someone has said a beautiful thought. उस थॉट को ड्रेस करते हैं वर्ड से. सो वर्ड्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट बट द फर्स्ट थिंग इज थॉट. कहना क्या चाहते हो आप? बिकॉज अगर मैं कहना वही घिसा पिटा चीज़ चाहता हूँ तो मैं कुछ भी वर्ड बना लूँ, कुछ भी कर लूँ, तो मैं घिसा पिटा चीज़ ही बोलने वाला हूँ. बिकॉज माई थॉट इज घिसा पिटा. Until and unless my thought is original, my words and language won't support it. So for me, thinking, having thoughts which hopefully no other person thinks is more of a sign of a great thinker firstly, and then that thought has to connect to a natural gift which we call as storytelling. Because not अब आपने देखा होगा कि आपके ग्रुप में या किसी भी दोस्त के ग्रुप में कोई एक ऐसा दोस्त होता है जो एक छोटी सी इंसिडेंट को बहुत तड़का मार के बोलता है. ये ऐसा हुआ नहीं, कुछ एग्जैगरेट कर देता है, तो आपको लगता है ये बहुत अच्छा स्टोरी टेलर है. सो दैट सेंस ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग इज समथिंग विच इज नेचुरल. इट कैन नॉट बी टॉट एट ऑल. इट कैन नॉट बी टॉट.
फुल एक्सप्रेशंस एंड ऑल.
कहानी कहीं और से शुरू होगा. अगर कहानी प्लेटफॉर्म पे हुई है तो वो शुरू करेगा मैं जब बेडरूम में शर्ट पहन के निकला तब से. सो इट्स अ स्टोरी टेलिंग थिंग, हाउ यू आर मैन्यूवरिंग एंड मैनिपुलेटिंग. सो दैट्स अ गिफ्ट एंड समवेयर you cannot inculcate that gift. What you can do is you can read, you can expand your horizon, you can improve your thought process, but not more than that. So I believe writing से ज़्यादा it's the thought process that matters for me at least, because writing क्या है, जो दिमाग में आएगा वही तो लिखूंगा. दिमाग में कुछ नहीं तो नहीं लिख पाऊंगा. That's writer's block. So it's more than language. Language is important obviously because you are arranging the thought. That is important. But the thought has to be there first. The thought has to be, because stranger was a thought. A girl having a stranger in life. अब वो thought नहीं रहता, मैं कितना भी अच्छा लिख देता, nobody would relate to it. Because there's no thought to it. What are we reading? Why are we reading? Love story में भी बहुत great love stories वही होती है जिसमें एक thought होता है कि या sacrifice होता है, emotion, because emotions होते हैं खेलने में. Thriller में तो thought और ज़्यादा important हो जाता है.
Well, the novel you have actually read and you have appreciated it a lot. Doesn't matter वो कोई नया author का novel था या कोई बहुत already जो established author है. ऐसा कौन सा ऐसा novel है जिसे आपने पढ़ा and you felt like wow वाली feeling आई कि actually it was incredible?
See, there were because I'm an avid reader, there were a lot of books like this जिसमें मैंने wow feel किया. One book that made me feel that when would I write something like this was this Bengali writer called Buddhadev Basu, whose translated work I had read, Right Long, it's called All Night, It Rained All Night. Okay. So when I read that book, because the book is structured in a way where husband और wife का banter है, तो एक chapter wife बोलती है, एक chapter husband बोलता है, but it's written by the same writer. So when you read the wife's point of view, you will realize कोई woman लिख रही है. अच्छा. And when you read the husband's point of view, it's like, oh, a man is talking. But actually it's one writer who is talking both. So that fascinated me and I was like, God, how did he even manage to do that? How did he convince me with both a man and a woman point of view? So that really blew me completely.
So anyways, it is about writing, but it's a second thing that is also coming in the market, and maybe the promotional things that are coming with, like चेतन भगत की हर बुक पे फिल्में बन जाती हैं. So नोवोनील के पास कभी ऐसा ऑफर आया कि नोवोनील हम आपकी किसी बुक पे हम लोग मूवी बनाना चाहते हैं, तो विल यू ग्रीट दैट और इट इज़ यू डोंट थिंक सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट? मीन्स व्हाट आई फील इज़ बुक का आधा मज़ा ख़त्म हो जाता है मूवी में. बुक को पढ़ने का जो मज़ा है वो अपना अलग ही है. रीडिंग एक्सपीरियंस इज समथिंग ग्रेट, बट व्हेन इट इज़ ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड into a movie, it is not that much impressive. It is because जिन्हें नहीं
been adapted that way.
That's what I'm saying. So if you get a chance something like that, so will you be like good to that and accept it the way it is?
See, I've been getting a lot of offers for Stranger and few other books of mine off late. Talks are also on. See, for me, more than anything else, I obviously know a book and a script or a movie is different mediums, and book will always be a personal experience. Movie is not a personal experience. It's about what the director wants us to see. Book is what the writer's written. It's our interpretation, how we are seeing it. For me, if the director convinces me that the movie is going to go one level above the book by the script and all, I'm open to it. And I'm also open to the movie adaptation for a fact that at least the story will reach a further audience. True. Who don't read only. So that's for the sake of the story and the fact that if the director gives me a script which I read and find that okay, it's taking the story to a different level, then I might, for example, there was a book called R.K. Narayan's The Guide, and Dev Saab made it, Goldie Anand made it. When I saw the movie and I have read the book, I thought the movie went one step ahead from the book. So if someone can do that, then I'm really open to it. And obviously add to it, the story reaches a lot more people. So
that's
yeah.
Right. So on a last note, we are heading towards the end of our story, but still, what message or what advice you want to give to, especially to all the youngsters who may be like very fascinated to this field, maybe they are good. I'm not saying they're not good, but somewhere down the line they're just influenced by good authors and the kind of life they are enjoying, the kind of, because any which ways girls are like really crazy about good authors, they really feel. So मैंने ऐसे कई लोगों को भी देखा जो बोलते हैं it's a cool job. It's a cool job. It is yeah, it is a cool job, but it is not everybody's
the
job.
Only girls like other authors.
So what message you want to give to all the youngsters?
The message is very simple. We get only one day when the book releases, and the rest of the 364 days are pretty dark, because you have to sit in your room and chalk out a story, a relatable story every time a story which will appeal to everyone. So it's not easy at all. It's not easy, and rest, I think we are living in times when even whatever advice or suggestions we give, people have inculcated a habit in them to rush to things. You know, even if they need fame, they need it quickly. They don't want to work hard about it. It's a thought process that has developed, I think, over the maybe last decade or so, where they just
You have
need
given
shortcuts.
2.5 years, I think, to this trilogy.
Yeah.
So it's been a great and a big time, because बहुत लोग shuttle down हो जाते इतने दिन में तो कि यार अब तो ना हो पाएगा, or what Indori says.
Yeah, and one thing that often people don't realize is when you're writing a story, you are expressing a story, but you are also finding yourself through the story. The author,
You are in that.
I am in that, and I'm sometimes, even if I'm not the character, sometimes something that subconsciously come out, and you realize I never thought, because it's such a subconscious thing. You don't always write consciously. So when that subconscious thing comes out and it hits you, it's like, okay, this I also learned today, what the character learned. Maybe I was also ignorant about it. So it's also a self-discovering process, writing and thinking that way. And that's what enriches the authors as well. But coming to the question that, if someone has to choose fame over hard work, then nobody can advise or suggest him or anything. Because fame is always short-lived if it's not backed up with good work. Otherwise it's always short-lived. So.
I can talk to this person for hours and hours. I am not like I can feel the time his friend called him और रात को बात करी होगी और इतना, तो I can understand the kind of convincing power and the kind of magic he has in its words, because he's you are really incredible. I am like going through your words and words. So you are a good observer. I think you are.
I like to believe that, because it's so important to be observed. See, more than observing, observing even a non-writer would observe. The thing is, what are you interpreting?
Observing and then interpreting.
Yeah. So because interpretation is what a creative mind does. Observation we all do, subconsciously or consciously. Even a auto chalane wala, he's also observing things. But is he interpreting? He's not. Even if he is, he's not interpreting the way it should be interpreted. He's interpreting in a different way altogether. True. So that interpretation makes a difference. More than anything else, even between authors.
Oh, I'm in love with Novoneel right now, and but seriously, you are too good, Novoneel, and your name is very good, and I think your books are very good. It is not that, maybe not that hanky-panky kind of love, but of course it's a realistic love, and the situations hit you, yes. So thank you so much, Novoneel. It was like pleasure having you on this show, and बहुत सारी आगे आप ट्रायलॉजीज एंड सिंगल बुक्स लाए and we'll love it, and maybe it becomes the bestsellers, and the journey goes on and on. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, this was all about a writer जिसके thought process में बहुत believe करता है, and of course ग्रेट ऑब्जर्वर है, प्लस अ वेरी पॉजिटिव इंटरप्रेटर भी है, जो अपनी बुक्स में वो जॉट डाउन करते हैं, वो जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो हम कनेक्टिविटी बहुत जल्दी बनाते हैं. सो व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट दिस? आपको कैसा लगा हमारे सेलेब मीट? आप हमें फीडबैक दे सकते हैं feedbackyou@gmail.com पे. एंड बुक्स पढ़िए, इट कैन ट्रांसफॉर्म यू, इट कैन ट्रांसफॉर्म योर लाइफ, योर हैबिट्स, confidence, everything would be like on a different level. Read books, be a good reader, then try to write it, before that don't try to write it on anything. So on this note, I'm your Chakraborthy signing off with the camera person Manish Rao Jaga ji, but you guys keep watching Hathway BTV, क्योंकि ज़माना है we the youngsters का.